Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I'm so excited to have on a 28-year-old from Södertälje, Sweden. His hockey journey has taken him to Sweden, England, and Wales. Came up as a puppy with Gnesta junior program, and in 12-13 helped them earn promotion to the top group. He then found himself in Cardiff, Wales, my old honey hole, and became a staple of the Cardiff Fire for 4 seasons. Then he mucked around with the Bristol Pitbulls, and for fun became a NIHL South champion. Winning is fun. Looks like he is also a Bronco, but not a Western Michigan one, and not in hockey, but football. Not like soccer football. A Swedish North American football guy. That's different. But he is best known as a leader and glue guy and captain for the upstart Cardiff Canucks that are set to run amok this season with the prettiest jerseys in the league. Welcome to the shed, Viktor Langseth.
Thank you very much. Wow, that's an introduction.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, you forgot one of my surnames, the most difficult one to explain as well.
So when you were signing in there, though, you got another name in there other than Viktor Langseth. There's Carlaker in there, huh?
Yeah.
Is that like your middle name?
No, it's my second surname or first surname, I guess now. But yeah, it comes before.
What?
Yeah, so I got two.
You got two names?
Two surnames.
That's
and two middle names.
And you played American football and you're Swedish?
Yeah, it's a bit of a difference. It was just I took a year out. I just wanted to try something new, so I went over to America for a year and tried to play some football.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. We played 4B, and we got to the state championship, and then unfortunately we lost in the final.
Who did you play for? How did how did you get there? Like, were you playing football in Sweden and you were like, okay, I want to go. You weren't even playing football. You just showed up and was like, I want to play.
Yeah, basically. I signed up for an exchange student program, and my host family had one son who was playing. They had a couple of kids, but one of the sons was playing football, and the dad was pretty close with the coach. So he asked the coach if I could join for that season. So I played senior, and so I played varsity and juniors. But yeah, it was good.
No, that's cool. That's an interesting year of your life, eh? A little bit different than the rest.
It was different, yeah. I lived on a cattle ranch and drove a pickup truck, so yeah, no, it was good.
That sounds fun.
Very different.
Where were you?
Yeah, Idaho, Blackfoot, Idaho.
Oh, Idaho's sweet. I played against their East Coast team in the finals. Those punks beat us in the finals with my Daytona Beach Bombers of Ohio. But they had a sweet place, man. Boise, Idaho is a sweet place.
Boise, Idaho is nice. I've actually never been.
Oh, God, the dog's getting right in there to lick your earlobe, eh?
Yeah. So, go on, Platz. No, Platz.
Dog speaks Swedish or what?
Yeah, Swedish and English.
Oh, it knows both, eh? Way smarter than me.
He's a Velcro dog, so he just likes to be right next to you.
I can tell. I don't know what we were talking about Boise, Idaho, but yeah, what a spot that is. And yeah, they beat us in the finals and I'm still not over it. Whatever. But that's a sweet jacket you're wearing there, with my boy Hendo's logo on there, the Cardiff Canucks, the Shed's new favorite team in Wales, eh?
Yeah, that's the one.
The Devils and the Canucks are my favorite, but that is so cool that he's fired that up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, I'm really happy he did.
So have you seen the jerseys?
I have seen the jerseys.
Did you see a logo on it?
I did see a logo on it.
Did it make you hot and bothered? Because it made me hot and bothered.
Yeah, very. I just want to put him on.
Oh God, I can't wait for you guys to play a game. It's gonna melt my heart.
I know. We'll get some proper pictures.
Can you believe my brother and teammate from like 10 years ago now starts up a hockey team and puts my logo on it for free?
Yeah, it's unreal.
That's hockey, eh?
Good. Yeah, that's it. Shed guys.
Shed guys helping shed guys. Hey, free
Yeah.
ads. Thanks, buddy. So how did you end up in Wales?
Oof. Long story. How much time we got?
Uh, we got quite a bit of time. It's just if the real world calls me, we're gonna have to pause it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do a medium story. So basically, my best friend through school, he's born here. So he's born in Wales and then lived in Sweden, grew up in Sweden. We went to school together, and he went back when he was 16, I think. He moved back here, and then when I came back from America, which was when I was 19. I think I just turned 19, 2015. And he was here, so I came to visit him. And then his half brother, this is where it gets complicated. So his half brother's cousin, we met and we're now engaged.
It's a love story.
Yeah,
hmm
just over 9 years later. I'm sure she would have asked for it to be a little bit quicker, but
So you just showed
yeah,
up for like to see your buddy and have a bit of a
yeah.
holiday and maybe have fun, and then you fell in love, and now you're still there, kind of like Hendo.
Basically, yeah. So I had my
You got a
last
bunch of
year of
transplants living there, eh? Uh,
yeah, I went back to I was just over for a week and then I um went to see her every sort of probably once a month for the first couple of months, but I still finished my last like high school senior year in Sweden. So I went back, finished that, and then I moved the year after that.
oh, so you were pretty young to be jumping right into moving across the world for a gal, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was 20 at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and you guys are getting married. When's the big day?
May next year.
Love is love. May 24th,
Love
I'm
is love.
having a golf tournament here, and I need to get 112 golfers.
Ooh.
And I told the golf course I could do it, so I have to pay for 112 either way. So I really hope love is love and my friends come, or else I'm screwed. But I think
I'm
we
sure
can
it's
do
fine.
it, right?
Shed guys helping shed guys out.
Shed families coming, puppies, siblings, parents.
Good.
It's gonna be a day to remember.
Good.
So you're gonna have a good dance floor, right? Because every wedding needs a good dance floor,
Yeah. That's what we live for.
right? Celebrating love, you got to hit that dance floor, cut some rug. You know what I mean? Can you
Yeah.
dance? Because Hendo knows I can dance.
I don't know. I'd like to think so, but other people might say opposite.
So, what kind of player are you? Give me a player review. I've never seen you play. I just heard you were a shed guy.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't like talking about myself playing. Um,
Well, you can be
I
critical too. What do you got to work on?
well, I've been working hard this off season. I'd like to think so. Um, I like hits. I like bigger hits. Obviously, growing up in Sweden is pretty physical over there. No fighting though. That's a big no-no over there,
hmm
which I'm pretty happy with. I'm not a big fighter myself.
I
Um,
enjoy. I actually kind of like when it was coming to the end of my career and I hadn't got to fight in some time when I was in Germany because they didn't want me fighting there. When I got to the UK League, I actually said, I'm like, I have to at least get in one more fight before I retire to test myself, and I did.
how do you do?
Not that well.
Uh,
Hung right in there though, you know?
yeah, good, good. It's all about the effort.
Yeah. Sometimes I thought you had to show the boys that the little scorer guy would do it, because then everybody has to do it.
Yeah, that's it.
So how does the squad look? You guys are gonna look good in your
Uh,
jerseys, but how's the talent?
yeah, so I think I mean I'm really impressed by everything. The squad is good. The squad is young. We're a really young squad. I think our average age is probably low 20s, if even that. And obviously we've got Max and Hendo on there, me and a couple of others that are a bit older. But yeah,
All
it's a
the
young
guys that
squad.
fell in love with Cardiff and never left.
I know. We got a family within the family, you know.
Yeah, you guys have stuff in common, let's say.
Yeah, indeed. But no, we're really happy. So,
So who
but no,
who who would you
it's a good
say?
team.
Because usually when you start out a season and you get out practicing, you know who the couple top dogs are. Would that be Max?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he's a player.
I mean,
He's just
Max is the
old as
player.
balls now.
He, he is.
So is
But yeah,
Hendo.
no,
Can't
he
believe
is
they
the
still
player.
play.
I know. I still haven't seen Hendo in proper kit. He's been focusing on the coaching, and I want to see him in proper kit.
I would like to see how his conditioning is in full gear because you can go out in track pants all you want, but you got to put the equipment on to
Yeah,
really feel if you're in shape or not. That's why I'm not putting on
yeah.
any equipment.
No, no, it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
So
Um,
go ahead.
but yeah, no, Max is good. I mean, Max backhand pass is probably like my slap shot, so I'm probably more on target. But no, he's good. He's obviously an all-round player as well.
Yeah, he's a big boy that can move, shoot. And yeah, he was a hell of a player for the Devils back in the day. And I saw it when I went over for a couple testimonials. He can still do it. So looks like
Yeah,
you got a player there. So hopefully he shows up to all the matches, right?
that's it.
Hmm.
You tell him.
I will. I'll get him in the shed. He's one of my most listened to episodes ever, actually, and his
Well, I
episode
bet
was ridiculous.
it was. I mean, you couldn't get more information in there in a life story.
No, it's a life story.
Yeah, I had to listen to it in the week.
How did you find out about the shed?
I think it was through Hendo really, because obviously I know he's posted stuff before, stories and stuff. Instagram is a good marketing tool, as you're aware. So
That's the
it's
only thing I
probably
use.
that's it through Instagram.
Yeah, that's how I do it. If people want to know about the shed, they'll find out about it. I don't have a marketing team. I just have Jake in Manchester. He's my director of shed marketing. He throws a ton of chocolate and wears my jerseys to the games. That's how we get the
Nice.
word out.
Have you
Um,
got have you got a lot of listeners out in Sweden?
I have before. One of my favorite kit guys, Andy, who's with Frolunda. He's in his last season
Yeah.
with them. And if anybody needs one of the best equipment guys in the world, he will be a free agent at the end of the year. So if anybody needs one of the best kit guys in the world, Andy, that is with one of the biggest clubs in the world, will be a free agent at the end of the year. So if anybody needs a guy, you can contact Shed Quarters directly. And let's make a deal,
I like it.
people helping people.
Yes.
And then I also had on a fellow that was playing for Manchester. And then they actually imported chocolate from Sweden to throw on the ice for him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. I like when people throw chocolate. Hendo was a bit timid about throwing chocolate at the
I did
Canucks
hear.
games. I think he was,
Yeah.
I don't know, the word starts with a P. I don't know what it's called, but I think he was being a bit of one. Um, so I don't know. What's your favorite chocolate bar?
Probably gonna be Marabou and the flavor Swiss nut we call it, but it's actually whole nut.
What kind was that?
Marabou.
I don't think I know what that is. I wonder if the Shed
Yeah.
family knows what that is and are going to be at your home opener. Be
That'd be nice.
curious to find out, especially if you win, right?
Yeah.
You only get chocolate if you earn it.
Yeah.
I have to answer a real world question. 1 second. Game back on. We're still all good. What were we talking about?
Chocolate. We just
Yeah,
finished chocolate.
right. And I heard that your home opener is sold out. So if any fan that was going to that game that listened to us today, if any of those 3,000 people listened and actually got that chocolate bar and threw it on the ice, wouldn't that make it like a fun small world?
It would be a fun small world, yeah.
I
I'm
agree.
sure you'll have a couple of listeners out there.
I hope so. I don't know if Wales has forgot about me or not. I've been back in a couple of years.
I'm sure Sweden just got reminded of you.
Um, well, let's see here. Do you make it back to Sweden often?
Well, we used to go sort of 4 times a year, really, just to try and get once every season. And at the minute, we've only been once this year in February. So we're going back for October half term now, which is in a couple of weeks, end of October.
Hmm. So all your family's still back there?
Yeah,
So your poster picks, your parents did come over to see you play, it looked like.
did, yeah. So I had my mother came over with her partner last season, I think it was, and then the same season my dad came over with my siblings as well.
It's fun when your family watches you play hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. On my dad's side, my brother he plays as well, so we got that in the family.
Well, here's a fun small world one for you then. So you were playing for the Bristol Pit Bulls.
Hmm.
Jamie Elson was with them.
Yeah, yeah.
He was my bench coach the second year with the Devils when I hurt my knee most of the time. But he was right involved when I would spray paint myself and do pregame speeches naked. Um, and then I hadn't seen him since, and I went back for one of the games I went back for. I think it was Matthew Myers' game, and I was getting my spray paint for the match to spray paint myself like Matthew. And I ran into Jemay buying my paint, and that was the last time I saw him. And I thought, wow, what a weird world that I run into you buying the paint like 10 years later, you know?
Yeah. Fun.
Fun how things work out, you know?
Yeah.
Was he one of the coaches?
So I played for the second team. So he was the head coach for the first team last year, the year before, and the year before that.
Oh, okay, so he wasn't the same team then. Do you know what Chippy Lane is now that you live in Cardiff?
Well, I know what it is. I've been listening to the podcast. I've been doing my research. I
Have you been
think
experimenting?
I think the only time I've been there if I go to Five Guys, but I
Come
can't
on,
remember
come on. Hey,
a
he's back.
moment where I've actually had proper Chippy Lane.
Really? So,
Yeah.
Hendo must not be coaching well then, if you don't know, if you haven't been there.
No, he hasn't taken me there.
I would think probably after that home opener, it's pretty well team mandatory trip at the end of the night. Just think it out loud,
Well,
Hendo. If you're gonna coach, you may as well coach, Hendo. Work hard, play
that's
hard.
it. I reckon it might struggle a little bit because the majority of the players are under 18, but
Right.
food is
Forgot
food.
about that.
So
His puppies are still just puppies.
yeah,
Oh gosh. So what jersey number are is my new favorite player on the Canucks?
number 71.
71. There it is. It's on your
Hmm.
jacket. What a stupid question. Pay attention, Walden. So
It's a bit folded. I'll
why
give you
number
that.
71?
So I used to play with number 7 when I was a kid, until I was 13, I think, and I changed club. And then I was given a couple of different numbers just because jerseys weren't available. And
Hmm.
then when I went back to juniors with my youth club, to play under 18s and under 20s, the jersey that was available was 7 for the first year. Then the second year they didn't have a 7, so I had to go with 71. And then I've just kept with it since. I gotta have a lucky number 7 in my number.
Oh, so it's more about the 7 than the 1.
Yeah.
I'm just upset because my Crocs are really cool. You can customize them and you can put your gibbets in there. So I have
Mm-hmm.
every gibbet in my Crocs means a lot, but I lost my number 1. I only have my 8. I don't have
Oh.
my 18 because I lost my number 1. It's upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a lightning bolt because in Germany they called me Kugelblitz, which means round lightning. That's what the GM
Round but
called me.
fast.
Right. But then I hurt my knee and then the blitz was gone. So then I was just Kugel and that meant I was just round. There's no more blitz,
Mm.
you know? And I have a Captain America gibbet because I did a pregame speech naked dressed as Captain America for the Devils. So every time I look at that, it just makes me giggle, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Can
Crocs
do.
are cool, people. Get involved. So I guess you live in Cardiff. So you were traveling to play for the Bristol team?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a lot nicer to just go to Cardiff, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot closer. I live about probably 5 minutes away from Hendo. But yeah, it's a lot easier just to be traveling down in the morning, and my work is closer to the rink as well, so
What
it
do you
works all
do?
right going in between.
What's the day job?
Oh, so I work as an estimator for a company called Tarmac. It's a part of a big group. There's probably companies within the same group over in Canada, um, doing basically laying tarmac. But I just price the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm office based.
I got you. Everybody's got to do a day job, right?
Yeah.
So you were with the Cardiff Fire. How was that? You were there 4 years. Are they still around? Are they like in the same league as you guys, or what is this?
No, so they actually moved up a league this year. But yeah, I played there for 4 seasons, and then I just didn't enjoy playing hockey, so I thought I'll give it just to try and lighten it up again. I'll swap club and see what that does, and it went all right. We
Hockey's
won the
supposed
league.
to be fun, right?
Yeah, that's it. But
If
yeah,
you're
no, it went all right. I swapped club and we won the league, so I was happy.
And I loved your poster pic with the trophy because I love pictures with trophies, but your face was just like my selfie face that I always make. You looked like you were having fun.
Yeah, that's why we do it, like
Winning
you
is
said.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good night that night?
We did have a good night. Wasn't a very late one.
It wasn't.
I had to drive back to Bristol, from Bristol.
All right. Ugh,
Yeah,
yuck. Probably should have just
yeah,
stayed the night.
yeah, probably.
Just thinking out loud. When we won in Germany, there was a guy on our team that was going to play for Team Denmark, and we won in Munich and got to have fun in the arena and then bus all the way back to Bietigheim. And when we got back on off that bus, our equipment guy had to drive him to the World Championships, and he missed the whole parade, the whole party, and he had to go play more hockey after winning. I was like, wow, that sucks. Go all year, you finally win, and you don't get to celebrate.
Yeah,
Guess he got to
commitment.
play for his country though, so I guess that's pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I got to watch him on
pretty
TV when
cool.
I got home. Um, so you were just walking your dog, eh? I'm a big dog walker too. You got good places
Yeah,
around there?
yeah, it's really good. We live just on the bottom of a mountain, so you can walk up on a lunch break or afternoons, and there's loads. Like Wales, it's not flat, so
Hmm.
plenty of places.
Yeah, I have beaches and cornfields. It's pretty nice. You,
Nice.
you can get right in the
Yeah,
middle of nowhere by yourself, you know?
yeah.
It's quite relaxing, isn't it? So when is your first game? Is it soon?
Our first game is on Sunday, away game against Bristol.
Against your old squad?
Yeah,
Well, you're gonna have to smash them then, eh?
let's hope so.
Right?
Yeah.
You is it a lot of the guys you played with?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like they've had some new players going in for that team this season. They're a bit of a bigger team, I think, than the end of last year. And but there's a lot of players that I still speak to that are still on there.
So how did you meet Hendo?
Well, he posted that he was going to have trials for his new or tryouts for his new team, and I thought this sounds interesting. I like
Hmm.
this. I'd never met him before. Or not maybe in passing in Cardiff, but nothing, not never spoken to him. And don't know, just sounded like something that's up my street. And then I went and met him, and I thought, this is where I want to be. It's good. I really enjoy
He can have that
it.
effect on you.
Yeah, no, he's just such a nice guy, really
He
nice
can be
guy.
a dickhead too.
I haven't seen it
You
yet.
haven't seen him hung over showing up at practice. Do you guys have a microwave in your room?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, don't get one. He can get
Is that a fridge?
awfully what's the word? Let's say he was tired one day and I didn't know he was waiting in line for the microwave. So I went to put my food in and he got really upset. He must have been really hungry. And I've made fun of him ever since for getting so upset about getting in the microwave.
Can you
Uh,
blame a guy though when he's hungry? He's hungry.
he can get hangry.
Yeah.
I saw it firsthand with that microwave. But how's his coach and is he nice to people? Is he nice to his puppies?
He is really nice to his puppies, that's for sure. He's very good, and I think he explains it really well. I like his coaching style. I think it aligns more with what I'm used to, coming through the Swedish junior system. Um, and like with the drills he's doing, his expectations, they're high expectations, and he will stop a drill if it's not there. So
Hmm.
no, I think it's really good.
That's good. I like to hear when my guys are doing good stuff, you know? It's pretty
Yeah,
cool what he's doing. I mean, starting your own hockey franchise, that's cool.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's like starting a shed.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is cool and fun.
Yeah,
Having more fun than anybody. And I get to coach, you know?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My team won their first exhibition game, my under 13s, and we got 3 lines, 6D. Everybody can play, and we're just gonna roll them and try and roll over everybody.
Good. Steam
Mhm.
train.
So let's see here. Poster pick, the ones with your gal, then, eh?
Mm.
That's the fiance.
That is the fiance.
Hmm.
She's she's got a lot of talent.
Yeah. What is, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, love is love. She got you to move all the way to Wales, right?
I know. Yeah, and to be fair, she's probably if I think if I was still, still in Sweden or wouldn't have met Lois, I probably wouldn't be playing still. But she's definitely the one that keeps me in the game
It's
because we're
fun to
all
be on a
involved.
team, right?
Yeah, yeah. She's involved with the team. She's tried to be involved the last couple of years with wherever I am. She wants to be
A part of it.
in it. Yeah,
It's the same in this minor hockey. All the parents willing to help out. I mean, I have now my coaching staff, and then I got this new manager guy. You should see this guy manage. He's like NHL level, man. He is booking stuff and planning things, and I'm like, whoa, so I just have to coach again? It's nice when people help, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. But
Um,
you did mention it the other day. Our social media is pretty good.
yes, it's very high end. Is that her?
Hmm.
Mm, yeah, she is talented.
She's very good.
Man, I need someone like that in the shed.
I don't think she got much spare time, to be fair.
No,
She's very busy.
I don't have any time to be passing along things to people. When I think something's funny, I just hit post and move on with my
Yeah,
day.
yeah, that's it.
And if nothing inspires me, then I don't hit post.
Good.
So what is your favorite drill that Hendo does? Because I'm an aspiring
Ooh.
coach.
Ooh. Oh, you got me thinking now. I like them all.
You like them all?
Yeah,
Geez,
they're
you're being
good
way too
drills.
nice for this guy. You just trying to get ice time?
Probably. No, I probably wouldn't have a favorite drill though that he's done. I don't think. But I like that he moves through the drills with a lot of, I guess, intent. So you're not doing a drill to do a drill. You're doing a drill for a reason, and it's pretty clear at the end of the practice why you've been doing the drills. And then
Hmm.
obviously because we've got our schedule, this is pretty uncommon over here, really, when you look at our leagues. So in September, we're on the ice every day. I'm not due to work, but I get on the ice 3 times a week, and it's good because you work on one thing one day, which leads into your next day, which leads into that day.
Hmm.
So it's just really good structures, I think.
Hendo knows how to hockey, and I think I do too. And it's like me trying to plan for my team has a tournament next weekend, and I have 3 practices before we go, and I have to be like, okay, so what is the foundation of what we need to be ready? Because I only have 3 ice times with a whole new team to figure this out.
Yeah,
Got to build it up in 3 days.
yeah.
That's
Short
the
amount
game.
of time.
That's the game, though, right?
You can do it though.
Well, every other team's dealing with the same thing, right? We'll see who does it best.
Yeah, that's it.
So this home opener is going to be electric, eh? That it's sold out. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's mad. I don't know how many people I've played in before, like hundreds, but not thousands.
And playing in front of a lot of people is fun.
Yeah.
You're not going to be nervous, are you?
I don't know. I think it's always good to be a bit nervous, whatever you do. I
I,
like being a bit nervous.
just
Keeps you
the
on your
the touch
toes.
the touch of the butterflies, right? Not the whole
Yeah, just
stomach where you feel nauseous, but just
no.
got to get the juices flowing, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm. I think it'd be fun if Hendo played in the game and fought somebody, but probably won't. You know, guy's
Yeah.
soft now. I could beat him up. I'll never forget at the end of a practice. We were horsing around, you could say, and then he just
Hmm.
grabbed me with one hand, and grabbed my shoulder pads, and he like squeezed my whole shoulder pads together, and then had full control of me and could swing me around, do whatever he wanted with me. And I was like, wow, what would happen if I ever did actually fight someone like that? It was scary. I was scared. I'm glad he
Yeah,
was my
but I
friend.
would be. Yeah.
He helped me out a couple times over the years. I tried not to do too many dirty things because I didn't need my teammates doing that stuff all the time. But sometimes it happened, you know?
Yeah, it happens to us all.
So let's see here. What are the systems? What would you consider these systems? Are we all over them on the forecheck? 1-2-2, or what are we doing?
Mm.
Or are we not supposed to
I,
tell the other teams? Is this like a secret?
I don't know who's listening.
I
There
don't
could
know.
be a lot of people listening.
Maybe.
But
Who
they're
knows?
good
Who cares?
systems.
We're
They're
having
good
fun either way.
systems. I know, but I think when it comes to systems, like the one thing that's really interesting is obviously you've done during my time. I've done loads of different ones. Everybody talks through them differently. Everybody wants them differently. Like in juniors, they would just all go. Like they want first guy, second guy, third guy, fourth guy in if it needs to. It's just very aggressive forecheck. But then you've got some which are a little bit easier. So you got sort of a 1-1-3 even, or a lot softer. But I think we're pretty aggressive. But I think not silly aggressive,
Right.
if I may
Can't
if I
be
may say
silly
so.
aggressive. Yeah.
No,
It's like having a
yeah,
bad pinch. Can't do that, right?
that's it. Not headless chickens.
Right. hmm when I first started our rookie year with Hendo, way back with the Daytona Beach Bombers, I remember Hendo had came through junior hockey being taught to like step up and kill people in the neutral zone. And as soon
Hmm.
as he started doing that at the start of the year, Dayton and the coach didn't want that. He wanted everybody to like be passive and keep everything in front of you. And every time he'd go for a huge hit, the guy would bench him the rest of the game until he'd stop. Even if he crushed the guy, he would still get
Yeah,
benched. Tough love, you know?
yeah.
So where were you raised? How do you say it? Sudertal. Sudertal?
Södertälje. That's where I was born.
Södertälje.
Yeah, and then I've moved around a lot in my life, but that's where I was born, and then I lived the majority of my life in Gnesta, which is where I played hockey. So
And
I
where's that in
started.
Sweden?
Oh, so it's under Södertälje. It's basically 40 minutes south of Stockholm. If you go on the normal commuter train, you just go until the end station south, and that's it.
I'm still upset with myself that I played in Denmark for a whole season and never crossed the bridge into Sweden to say I did it, you know?
Mm.
It's
You'll have to go
it's
back.
embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like I was right there, just cross the bridge. Then you can say
that's
you
it.
went to Sweden, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty bridge as well.
Yeah.
It's very long, very open.
It's a huge bridge, right?
Do you know of Nicholas Grossman? Played in Philadelphia Flyers.
I've heard that name.
Um, that was his youth club.
Oh, okay. Well, they're Gniesta?
Gniesta. G g g g g.
Gniesta.
Yeah,
Gniesta.
Gniesta. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was good.
I thought I nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh God. So who are the goalies for this squad? Because goaltending wins championships.
Yeah. So I think we got really good goaltenders. So you got Harry, who's a shed guy. Harry
Oh, right.
Thomas.
Yeah, he's a young
Hmm.
punk.
Yeah. Young pup.
Yeah,
No, so we've got
I
Harry
call my
Thomas and
guys
then
little punks around here.
sorry. But then we also got a guy called Morgan Garside. He played with me last year in Bristol. He's a field hockey goalie to start with. He's only played hockey for a couple of years, but he's really. I think he's 6'6", 6'7". I think
That's big.
he's a big guy. He can move really well,
Uh,
and obviously from playing field hockey, he's he's very athletic. He actually plays field hockey for Team Canada.
what?
He
When
went
did
for
he start
tryouts
playing
last year.
hockey?
I think it was about 3 years ago. Might have been 4.
So he probably has a lot of potential once he gets comfortable on the boots.
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential. I think he's 19, so he started late.
Yeah, and if you're playing for Team Canada in a similar sport, you're probably quite athletic. Thinking out
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
hmm That's quite the locker room Hendo got for you guys, eh? Do you guys feel like you're like pros going in there?
Oh yeah, it's unreal. I mean, it's something you don't get here in these leagues, and especially for the juniors. I mean, they're still coming through the junior system. A lot of them play for the under 18 teams in Cardiff, um, and then being a part of this, I think it's just an opportunity that you got to count yourself lucky to have.
I would agree that I would say it's cool when things work out for people and the good people. And it's like Hendo stayed in Cardiff because love is love and is raising
Hmm.
his family and is passionate and loves hockey and had a passion to raise the puppies in Cardiff. And he's been doing it for years. And now he gets to actually have a team to help those puppies succeed. That's heartwarming stuff. And the Devils help him, and he's in the same arena as where we played and got to win together. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a good setup, really good intentions, and yeah, I like it.
I'm really happy we won that Challenge Cup way back in 2015 because a lot of fun's happened since then, and like all these testimonials guys are having because they played there 10 years, it's because they won, you know?
Yeah.
Did you hear Joey Martin's having a testimonial in June? Do you know who
Mm.
Joey Martin
Oh,
is? Have you heard
I
of him?
do. I have heard of the goat. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my goat. Hmm.
My my brother, when he came over once, we went and watched the Devils game, and he got a picture with him, so he's very happy.
Hmm. I have pictures with Joey too, and they make me happy.
Good.
I once spray painted myself. Well, came over for a game, and I did a pregame speech for the boys, and then spray painted myself with 88 the goat on my back and a devil on the front. And then when Joey scored in the third period to make it 1-0, and I thought it would be cool if I took my jersey off and waved a big flag topless in the crowd, and it was fun. And Joey scored, and then they won. You know.
Good.
Hmm.
Do it
Really
for
let
the
my hair
boys.
down. I really let my hair down that day.
Yeah, I bet you did. No, that's good.
um, well, do you have any questions for me while I figure out what else I need to ask you today?
What's your favorite chocolate?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Um, I love hazelnuts, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably
Really?
Buenos for the boys was this magical night that happened that like only I know about and Cardiff Wales and nobody else knows except my under 11
Chippy
boys that
Lane?
I'd had on, and we asked for Buenos for the boys and Sam Duggan from the Devils came on to meet my boys and we talked about chocolate and they asked for Buenos for the boys. And then the next game, when fans were allowed back, there were like thousands of Buenos on the ice, and it was so cool. But like those kids never actually got to eat the Buenos, but it did happen.
Shame they
Uh,
didn't get to eat it, but cool it happened.
so yeah, I would say there's chocolate bars that mean a lot to me, like Twix with Matt Carruth and Kit Kats for Mosey. But if I'm talking about me, I do enjoy Buenos or anything with hazelnuts, really.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Or I like nuts. I like peanuts too, you know? One of those big
Mm-hmm.
chocolate bars with like the nuts in it or almonds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Need some crunch with it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is that your only question is what chocolate I like?
No, it's just the one that
That's my
sprung to
question
mind.
for people. I don't get chocolate thrown on the ice for me. Actually, it happened once, but it was for my girls, my under 9 girls.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. I went over for Batchy's testimonial and they threw chocolate on the ice for my under 9 gals. And then I brought it back here and then got to drive around with my daughter and give them chocolate bars from the UK that they had never tried before. And it was a pretty magical day in my life, you know?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Takes everyone to win. And if they wouldn't have thrown the chocolate on the ice, then I couldn't have brought that back for the girls and then nobody's winning, right?
That's it.
Hmm.
All right, I got another question for you. Did
Okay.
you ever want to play in Sweden?
Yeah. It was when I was done in either Germany or Denmark, one of the two. I did talk to a couple teams in the second league,
Okay.
and we were both
Is that the old Swedish league?
I think it was called um,
Allsvenskan or
whatever the
Division Two?
second one is. It wasn't Division Two. It was Allsvenskan, I think. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. I talked to a couple teams in that league, but then I ended up choosing not to go. I think one of them was way up north, and someone said it was dark all the time, and I think I ended
Hmm.
up That might have been the summer I went to Denmark or Cardiff. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, I definitely wanted to try it. I heard that it's very defensive and hard to get points in, and I like challenges. You know?
Yeah.
hmm and I can't wait for my season to get going here. I can't wait for my tournament next weekend. Like this coaching thing, I just got asked. I played when I got back for the senior team around here voluntarily with my bad knee, and then that ended, and it's been years, but a lot of the core is still there. And they have a new coach that is buddies with he's from out east Nova Scotia that knows Cully and Haddad, who I played with the Devils, and he asked me to help him coach practices and says he wants to learn from me. And I was like, well, I want to learn how to coach too. So I was like, well, I'll help you, and we're going to run practices together on Wednesday nights, and my Wednesday nights were free. So now I'm back on another team. I get to be on two teams this year and try and help two teams win. That's fun, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
That's good.
I
That's cool.
get to coach kids and adults. So yeah, I'm right into it, and I'd never have to put on
Good.
full gear ever. Don't have the conditioning for that no more.
No, it gets heavy, especially when you sweat.
Yeah, and I'm a sweater.
Mm.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys get going. And if your gal is into it, if she's running social media, tell her to zoom right in on that Two Ales and Hockey Tales logo. Because it's awesome.
Sounds good. I'll ask you to get some pictures.
But yeah, I'm looking for a shed boost out of you guys. I think you guys need to go out there and run a muck and just smash everybody, because winning's fun.
Winning's fun.
I think that would really fill my heart if I saw you guys with a trophy at the end of the year with my logo all over you guys,
Yeah, it'd be good for the shed.
That would be. We could call it a shed boost, and I plan on having a couple more of your players on and really doing this thing with you, right? If Hendo's going to be that nice to me, I better be that nice back, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, it's an honor to be on. I've been listening all this this week to a lot of the podcasts, and it's just interesting. Just really
I find
fascinating.
it interesting still too. It's like meeting Swedish guys, meeting people from wherever. It's fun meeting good people, and when people get referred to the shed, it's all better because then I know what I'm getting. And Hendo wasn't wrong again, right?
Yeah.
He told me you're a shed guy, so then I know, right? Shed guys, no shed guys.
Shed guys, no shed guys.
So I'm trying to figure out what your nickname is around the barn. I'm not coming up with much here.
No, I don't really have a nickname around.
They just call you Viktor?
That much. Yeah, Viktor, Vic. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is on my fiance's side, all of her friends and the family, when I'm not there, they all call me VK. But then when I'm there, they normally just say Viktor. But yeah, that's probably the most used nickname, really, VK.
Well, I think VK makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Or Vic. Yeah, whatever. I couldn't come up with it with your last name, Langseth. That, most hockey last names come from the last name. I wasn't coming up with a lot. Langer, maybe.
Yeah. Anything from Carlocker or Carlocker?
I would think Laker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're just thinking out loud again in the shed, aren't we?
That's it, yeah.
I guess the Canucks will come up with something for you, right? I got to come up with all new nicknames for the guys on my team, right? I got a Big Rig. I got Big Willie, Colbster, Little Humps. I got to come up with the rest of the nicknames now, It's the only way we're going to win.
You got them started.
Yeah. Well, it's fun being on a team, and it's pretty cool. I get to be on two teams this year, but my team comes first all the time. And then when I can help those other guys, I would love to see Ripley, Ontario win a championship this year, And I'd love to see the Cardiff Canucks win too, and the Kincardine Canucks, right?
Yeah.
Go Shed family, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And this has been another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Laker and Wally.